Hello, I'm trying to get a macOS virtual machine and then install KDE Graft to build KDE Git repositories on macOS. So I'm following this github.com/kholia/osx -kvm. So the steps were: I'm on Kubuntu 2204, I have installed the dependencies. I did not need to do this tweak. I did these three things. I did these three things. I ran this. It asks me what ISO, as it were, do I want to download. I tried at least 4 times with recommended, which is Big Sur 11.6. I did not manage. So I tried with the option 3, which is Catalina, macOS Catalina 10.15, and I managed to install macOS in qemu kvm, and my configuration file looks like this. So it's 1 CPU socket, 4 CPU cores, 8 CPU threads, Penryn CPU with hardware virtualization KVM, and I can't use, maybe because it's so old, macOS Catalina 10.15. I could not use device virt.io.net PCI, so I'm using VMX Net 3. And in order to be able to connect from the host, from Kubuntu 2204 to the macOS virtual machine, I'm using tap. So I have this line for the network interface card. I needed to comment out these things because neither the keyboard nor the USB tablet worked for me. So I'm using USB, where are you? Minus device, USB minus keyboard, KBD. So these two lines. So USB, KBD, USB and mouse. This for the network interface card. And I increased my RAM to 10 gigabytes, so I have 8 CPU cores. Okay. So now that I managed to get something working, the first thing that I need to do is to back up everything. So I need to make a copy. At this point I have macOS installed on a virtual machine in qemu. I have changed the computer name. I'm using DHCP for the network interface card. I have enabled the OpenSSH SSH server. I have enabled the VNC server. So I'm using a VNC client to connect to the graphical user interface, to the virtual machine, and SSH to connect to the console. Okay, so now that I have a backup, let's rename this thing as after OS. Like this. Okay, let's start the machine. So I run the bash script. This is the bootloader. EFI is the FE bootloader. EFI console. macOS base system is my ISO, as it were, so the place where I installed the operating system from. Mac is my 180 gigabytes hard disk, so I'm going to that. $128 gigabytes, so pretty small. It doesn't always boot. Sometimes you need to hardware reset it from here. So from the qemu main menu, machine, quit, Control Q. Okay, I'm not using the qemu interface to do GUI things inside of the macOS machine. So I'm connecting via SSH, and I'm connecting via VNC. Okay. This is the resolution that I get in one of my many attempts of installing this thing. I tried to change the resolution and it was a complete failure. I lost the virtual machine, so I'm just keeping this resolution as is. Okay, sometimes it fails to load. It stays in a state like this, so semi-transparency, and I can't do anything. Again, the solution is to restart the qemu process. Something seems to work, but okay, let's do the dance. Extremely crashy, locks a lot. Would not recommend. There's no way to get to the console to see what's actually written in here. Or maybe it is, I don't know it. Okay, reset. At least reset worked. Okay, let's go straight to the PNC. Hard lock after hot lock. Let's try not using the VNC client. Maybe we have better luck. So let's kill some of the Chrome, the useless icons. Useless Chrome. Useless Chrome. Useless buttons. Okay. Let's see if we can get a web browser in here. Where are the downloads? Show downloads. It's in here. No Firefox for me. Do you want to allow downloads? Allow. Show downloads. Okay. I have no clue how to do this. So the mouse is in reverse order, which is a problem. Left click does not work. What is this? Wasn't this supposed to be dragged or something? Double click on it and seconds remaining. Okay, while that's doing nothing for 5 more seconds, let's read on the KDE craft. So there's KDE build macOS source. This thing. Guidelines and how-tos build from source Mac. Okay, so this is the let's delete this file. How do we do that? Shift delete. Not a good idea. Recent applications. Right click. Move to trash. Okay, Firefox. Open. Okay, minimize. Right click, options, keep in dock. Let's put it on the first position. Okay, let's configure it. Not this, not this. No pocket, no head. Toolbars never show. Done. Settings. Tab. Ask me where to save. Blank page. Blank page. Okay, this should be it. Firefox notifications. New private window. The main drawback with this is that Qt has to be compiled on your computer, adding hours to your setup time. The main advantage is that most things can be expected to work out of the box. Hmm? What Mac ports? I don't know. Let's skip the part where it does installation using patched and Mac ports, and let's try with installation using craft. So Python 3 KDE build macOS from source. Okay. Mouse cursor works correctly in Firefox. Interesting. Okay. Guidelines and how-tos build from source Mac. Okay, so craft. Link in new tab. Python, which version? 3 for macOS. So 3.10.7. Open with installer. Okay. This package will install Python or macOS 10.9 or later. And we're on macOS 10.13. How do we do select all? Copy. Let's see the magic work. Paste. No. So VNC, but no. I'm not in the VNC client. Why not? Copy. Ctrl-A, Ctrl-V. Paste. Nothing. Okay, so copy-paste doesn't work via VNC for some reason. Continue. Continue. Agree. Continue. To verify the identity of secure network connections, is a set of SSL root certificates. You can download and install a current set from the Certify project. Install certificates icon in the Finder window. Which one? Why don't you close? Control D. Okay. Close. What's next? Xcode. Let's see if this works. Requires the command line developer tools. Agree. KDE craft. Where is the location of KDE craft? "4 days ago", so this seems to be the canonical Git repository for KDE craft. So https invent kd.org packaging craft. Setting up craft on Mac. Okay, let's see if the bootstrap file is identical. So KDE craft master setup craft something. Okay, 3 months ago. Okay, 4 days ago, the same thing. The same commit. And 3 months ago. So it's the same thing. Okay, the software was installed, done. And now so slash is used 9%. Okay. So tilde slash craft root. will be used. So copy paste does not work. Copy and paste. So curl craft will be installed in tilde/craft root. Colored logs. Yes. CMake base. devutils 7-zip base. devutils/cmake devutils/wget. Okay, we already ran install certificates command. Okay. So what's the problem with no problem. So we downloaded terminal notifier. Sed git bin base virtual base ninja create dmg libtool automake autoconf m4 pip python 3 virtual env pip system devutils git devutils wget devutils/cmake. Okay, so no Qt yet. No Qt libraries, no Qt things, no KDE things. So the fetch for terminal notifier failed. From files.key.org and then it succeeded from github.com. Okay. Setup complete and then run source craft env. Okay. Do we have source because we're Z shell? Let's copy paste this thing. Do we have middle click paste? Yes. Yes, we do. Okay. What now? What should I craft? In this shell, no craft is usable. So we can go craft. Okay, calc. So Perl. Open SSL. Yeah, if the macOS VM were less flaky, the rest seems to work for now. So it downloaded OpenSSL CLang, so it's already built. Something's wrong. I need to click to see progress. Okay, right click to the rescue. Or not. Okay, so I see Qt 5. Devuteers Flex Bison. Devuteers Bison, Devuteers Help to Man, Devuteers Text Info, Devuteers Flex, Harf Buzz, Cairo. So Cairo is already compiled. Harf Buzz is already compiled. And then Qt base is already compiled. Qt SVG already compiled. Qt declarative already compiled. Qt tools. So everything is already compiled for now. Even the KDE frameworks. So nothing is in fact compiled, everything is just installed from binaries. Which I don't want, I want to build everything. At least the KDE things. K internationalization. PCRE. K-archive. libxsrt. Docbook XSL. kdoc tools, kauth, kconfig widgets, qt multimedia, qt speech, kwindows system, phone on, qt mac extras, key notifications, kitem view, lxml, breeze icons, kicon themes, kxml GUI, libgmp, mpir, and then kcalc is not compiled, so it doesn't have a clang something at the end of the name. So when it says wget downloading, the recompiled archives have minus macOS, minus 64, minus clang, .tar.7z in name. Whereas kcalc is src/kcalc minus 22.08.1.tar.xz. So it's just the source code. Okay, so this is the cmake step. So it uses tilde/craftroot as /usr/local. Make install when installing here. It's the equivalent of the ./configure step. Okay. And then it said could not find KF5 missing crash, which is kcrash. So it found version minimum required is 5.90 and it found 5.98. Kcrash. We open this file. We need a text editor, which is which. What's a text editor for macOS? Ctrl T does not work. Ctrl V does not work. The scrolling is reversed. Whereas via VNC the scrolling is not reversed. macOS version min 10.15. Okay, so what's the problem? CMake error. Could not find KF5 Kcrash. Okay, let's do that. And it says glibc not found. That's a cool one. Craft Kcrash. Which are the names of the modules? Okay, so from what I see, craft, you give it one parameter, which is the kcalc in this case. So it downloads all of the dependencies, but just the last module, which is kcalc, will download the release tarball 4 and build. So for instance, I went kcraft mpfr and it saw that all of its dependencies are already installed, and it downloaded the release tarball for mpfr, and then it configured made install. But of course using clang and Ninja, not using GNU, make, and GCC. Okay, so I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to actually build mpfr. I wanted to install mpfr from binaries, because mpfr is not a Qt lab thing, not a KDE thing. So I want the things that are not Qt or KDE, which are lower on the stack, to have them installed from binary packages. Okay, let's ignore the VNC for a while and use the SSH connection. So craft kcalc. Okay, so from what I saw, KDE craft does not know that kcalc depends on mpfr and kcrash. So that seems to be an issue. Okay, and now that I have installed both mpfr and kcrash using KDE craft, KDE craft space kcalc finished successfully. So this is make install. it installed in tilde/craft root. Okay, let's find these things. So Control D, not a good idea. How do we get MC? I don't know. Does Kcraft do such a thing? What is this? Package MC found, but he did not install this. Failed to find MC, but package MC found. It might be Windows only, I'm guessing. Okay, so this is in fact a Z shell with just a special craft and then colon text. Okay, so ls tilde slash something with uppercase C. So it's very similar to /usr/local. So it has a bin, etc, man, plugins, SSL, etc. Let's look at the environment variable path. So craft root dev utils bin is the first, craft root bin is the second, then craft root etc virtual env3 bin, 2 bin, craft bin. Okay, so kcal should be in path. So it stripped an executable, but it left it there, so didn't run install. Why not? So CB. PWD. Okay, but then how do I install this thing? I can compile it, but how do I install it? Craft mass install. Calc. Okay. Keycalc not found. It says installing, but I don't know where it installs things. Okay, so pwd ls. There should be a keycalc in here somewhere. Keycalc up. Wow. How do I run this thing? Where are the homes? Users administrator. I'm totally lost. I don't know where the path is. I don't know how to go one directory up. And I'm not even in the correct. Is this the base system? macOS. How to start a .app file. Command line. Open iTunes. Open keycalc. CB. Keycalc. EW. CD pin. And then open keycalc. .app. Oh, and we have keycalc. So it uses KDE frameworks, it uses Qt, it uses the correct colors from the operating system, so it's the dark theme from macOS. Okay, so the next things to do in here would be to install an orthodox file manager from the text mode for text user interface, so Midnight Commander, to install an orthodox file manager for macOS because I'm not sure I can handle Finder. What else? To learn more about the command line of Craft, to see how we can convince it to not download tarballs and build them, source tarballs, but build straight from Kitmaster. And build all of the KDE frameworks and then keycalc. Okay, so help about KDE, similar to what we have in Linux. help about kcalc. Where is that thing? kcalc handbook goes online. Okay. Report a bug. kcalc version. bugs.kde.org. Launch bug report wizard. Just opens bugs.kde.org. Okay. Science mode. Statistic mode. Numeral system mode. So clicking on a menu item that has a sub menu will just close the menu. Interesting. This is where about kcalc is. So the first item in the kcalc main menu. So this icon is not shown. The alternative text is shown instead. Components. Authors. Okay, so that's it. For 2 hours the virtual machine worked flawlessly. No issues, no nothing. It booted correctly and then it did everything correctly. Thank you. So this was how to create a macOS Catalina 10.15 macOS virtual machine using qemu and kvm on a Linux Ubuntu 22.04 hardware machine host. And then I've installed KDE Craft, and then I've installed kcalc using KDE Craft. So I'm not using the path installation using patch version of Qt and Mac ports of this wiki page. I'm using the alternative, which is kcraft. So I didn't have to use Mac ports or Mac strop or anything else. I didn't need to build Qt from source. So I just went install Python 3, which is from the official Python website. Then I ran this line of code, which installed the toolchain, so clang and everything else. And then I've downloaded Craft Bootstrap PI and ran it. It did a ton of things, installed 7-zip, etc. And then I went source craft root craft.env.sh. This opened a new shell, the same Z shell but with different environment variables and different prompt. And then from there you can run the craft command line. So craft kcalc installed all of the dependencies of kcalc, and then it downloaded the tarple release source for kcalc and built that. Okay, so I'm really glad that things worked out in the end, with some issues that need to be improved, but it worked in the end. So thank you.